He
It's
called
a good buy. It's a good purchase. Really good purchase. It's sativa, so it keeps you up. If you smoke it early in the morning, you won't be tired.
I like that.
I had to laugh because I was talking to Corey this morning and he coughed, or I thought whatever made something. And I said, "You all right?" And he said, "Oh, it's that red tang." I said, "I never had that kind of tang." And I'm like, "Maybe I."
She thought I meant juice.
Yeah, I'm thinking about the juice. So I'm like, "Did you ever try the Pancha tang?" I said, "That's really good." He's like, "You know, I'm talking about the weed." I'm like, "No."
I was high as shit.
About some old ass tang now.
Listen, I was high as shit. Kelly, she was bugging me out talking about you should get the orange mix or something. I'm like, what are you talking about? I'm smoking weed. And I didn't realize I said cherry tang, like that could be taken as a drink.
I never would have thought it was green. I just didn't put two and two together. It was almost like, because when he coughed, it just sounded like, you know what I mean? Like, oh, like, what is this? At first, and I'm like, cherry tang? I ain't never drink cherry tang.
They still make tang, because I had this guy inbox me, right? And he said something about.
They got to.
They make it.
Okay, so they are still making it.
I actually was trying Bees Wella makes it's tang. It's like it's pancha juice. There's just passion fruit, and she mixed it with iced tea, and it's really, really good.
Cool. You know what I got to have? And well, Corey and Monica, y'all gonna know. Donna, I don't know if she stopped making her tea for a while.
I love her tea.
Her tea was amazing.
She made some a couple weeks ago because Jer still he wanted it for he wanted it for his birthday, and then she made it again like 2 weeks ago. And I was there for it, and I was like, well, I heard her say Jer left the tea. I said, "Your tea?" Well, like
excited. Because listen, I would have had to have a cup of it if it's there. I need at least a shot of it. I gotta taste it.
Yeah, I want to ask her how to make it. She's got to show me.
Do you know how many gallons of that shit that I personally am responsible for drinking?
I can only imagine.
I used to fuck that tea.
It's like the best homemade tea I've ever had.
It really, really is.
It's really sweet, but it's not like too sweet.
It's not just right.
I want to know how she makes that shit because I want to make it.
We need to know.
I mean, I remember seeing her making it all the time.
Yeah, I know.
She would always be making it.
I just want to know exactly how much of everything
she uses. Yeah, to see.
And every now and then you jump the gun and pour yourself a cup of the tea that ain't sweetened yet. Yeah. You're like, fuck, this should be nasty as shit. It don't be nasty. It just be real bland.
I know Mums is watching. Can you get us that tea recipe, Mums?
Absolutely.
Who, Mumsley? I think Lauren watches it every week too.
Yeah, Mumsley.
At least she was for a while because she was commenting on it.
Watching me and Corey interact. I don't know what it is. She sees something, but she cracks up. She said it's the stuff Corey says and the way you respond to it.
Yeah, you be grinding me up. That's why she be hearing. Because when I be editing shit be so subtle that I didn't hear you on the podcast, but when I'm editing, I'll be like, oh shit, she's shooting. It'd be certain shit like it'd be like, damn, I didn't hear that. When we
all do a good job of the subtle shots.
What's up with Ike? Is he coming?
Hey yo, we convicts. Aim the shit close, then let the nine spit. Ricky Fitz power bomb shit like Sid Vicious. Therapists to say I'm narcissistic, egotistic, half naked on the beach in LA. Just try and fit in this Cali where you sit that ass down. Think I'ma chill here. Sip a couple beers on some Hollywood shit. Drunk on the Sunset Strip, man, shorty try to undress this. Spark the spliff in the Motel 6. Say yo, I'm nice, nigga. After this, might catch a flight, nigga. Landed out in Philly, where Phillies want Ricky's pipe, nigga. Hype, nigga. Act like you been here before. 15 minutes later, you'll be begging for more. But you was drunk chasing pussy with your tongue on the floor. Should've stacked your chips, now you living off of a bitch. Since a youngin' always knew that I would die rich. Cause my fans gon' rewind this. Motherfucker, what you telling me? Fuck you niggas telling me. Locked up a third of my life, too many felonies. Had to leave PA, too many felonies. Landed out AC Phoenix, so what you telling me?
I want to touch on that. I apologize, I had to run out for a second. if you cheated on, I think it's your decision. I heard somebody say it too, because I was kind of listening. I was in the doorway talking to my girl, but I think it's up to you. If if it happens to me, if I find out my girl fucking somebody else, I gotta go. But that's just me. You know what I'm saying? I'm not just leaving the next day. I might have to plot my escape, but I gotta go. Like, I can't stay in that relationship. But it's up to the person. I think women tend to stay longer than men. When it
I think it depends on your personal value system. You know what I'm saying? Like, if it affects you at that level, hey, that's a deal breaker. Like,
I can't. Yeah, it's hard for me to look at you the same and like share a life with you. It's hard after that. You know.
What if y'all both was doing shit and y'all both get caught?
That's a stalemate.
You never know. Yeah, I guess it depends on the person. Yeah, that's some toxic shit. But I don't know. I'm at the point now where it's like I ain't even trying to cheat, man. Like, that shit corny to me. I'm just getting old, and I got, you know what I mean?
Yeah, shit.
But
different.
That's me. When you got kids, it gets complicated. I will say that. But what's up with Jay-Z's albums? Monica?
So Jay-Z obviously has a lot of albums. What would
do we have? Can someone pull up a list of Jay-Z's albums real quick? Yeah. Somebody on their phone?
Yeah.
And I want to walk through each album. Let's do it like that. We all here. We can all comment on it.
Before we walk through them, I'd like to hear everybody's top 3 after Kelly reads the list.
All right. So I'm going to go in order. We have Reasonable Doubt.
That's a classic.
In My Lifetime. It is. In My Lifetime, Volume 1. Volume 2, Hard Knock Life. Volume 3, The Life and Times of S. Carter. The Dynasty. Oh, hold on. Of course, I lost my place. Okay. So where I in the Dynasty? We got The Blueprint. The Blueprint 2, The Gift and the Curse. The Black Album. Kingdom Come. American Gangster. The Blueprint 3, Magna Carta, Holy Grail. And that's all. Is that it?
Nah, you got 444.
444.
That one's not on here. I wonder why it's not on the list.
Which I think personally is a classic.
It's pretty dope.
I think his first and his last are definitely classics in mine.
Absolutely.
I think like 7 of them are probably classics.
Yeah, no, I'm saying there's more. I ain't resting on that. I'm just saying that's his first and his last are definitely.
Sheesh.
So which ones? Let's go. Reasonable Doubt. I think nobody here would disagree with that.
No, that's definitely there. I would go with Dynasty. I really like that album.
Reasonable. Let's walk through each one. Hold on. Let's not jump.
Let me say something real quick. Yeah. This is going to be hard for it. So you know what it's like? It's like breaking basketball players from back in the day with today.
Right.
All the era is all a vibe. Like the Dynasty was the Dynasty. That shit was lit.
But not really, though. Because listen, if you think it's a classic, my nigga. You lived through it. You was bumping it the day it came out. So I know that you know if it's, you know what I mean?
Definitely. Oh, I thought we was ranking them.
Nah, but what's the top 3?
How many classics does he have out of all of his albums? That's kind of the topic. So let's walk through. Reasonable Doubt's a classic. I don't think anybody disagrees with that.
Yeah.
Album.
Let's go with Volume 1. Is that a classic?
Nah.
It definitely is.
Volume 2 is a classic, bro.
In my life.
Volume 2 is a classic.
The Black Album, classic.
Black Album is a classic.
What about Volume 3?
That's Hard Knock Life. That was a classic.
I think Hard Knock Life's a classic.
Yeah.
What? Volume 3? Oh no, Volume 2.
I don't think it is. Volume
2. Volume 3 is not a classic to me.
Nah, I don't think it is, but Maya said it is.
That's the Hard Knock Life joint, right?
Nah, that's Volume 2.
Yeah.
Oh, all right, never mind then.
Nah, I think what's Volume 3 then?
Volume 3 is the joint with Big Pimpin'.
Life in the Times of Sean Carter, Volume 3.
It's not a classic.
Yeah,
that's not a classic.
Nah.
So Volume 3, no. What was next? Dynasty?
Blueprint, yeah. Dynasty.
Dynasty.
I got Dynasty as a classic. I I lived through the Dynasty. That Jones a classic.
The Dynasty
that was every L ride ever.
It was though.
That's really a state property album.
Yeah, it is.
Yeah.
It got 1-900 Hustler on it.
Everybody.
It got the joints
intro?
with beans on it, where he's talking about his dad and all that. It got that joint.
The intro was crazy.
Yeah.
It got the one joint too. What was the biggest song on the album? The first song I think on the
Give
album.
it to me.
The intro is one of my favorite lyrical compositions. This beat like Stevie Wonder with beads under the do-rag.
He said, what did he say? Like a young Bobby De Niro. Yo, remember, how about the intro in volume 2? Where he did the joint where he broke it up throughout the whole album?
Oh, that's volume 3.
Y'all remember that? It was the same beat.
3.
It was the intro. Nah, it was volume 2.
Nah, volume 2 intro is Memphis Bleak.
This nigga know. I know this nigga know.
What's the intro? What's the intro where he said
Primo,
The Sopranos?
It's Memphis Bleak and Premiere on the intro.
All right, what's the joint where he said the theme song of The Sopranos plays on the key of life?
That's Dynasty.
Yeah, that's what I'm
that
talking
intro
about.
was crazy.
Yeah, that's crazy.
That intro was crazy.
That's one of my favorite Jones.
That joint was crazy.
Intro.
Blueprint 1 is a classic.
Yeah.
Blueprint 1, a lot of people say that. I didn't think that, but a lot of people say.
You know what? Yeah, I bought that shit. That was the day the Twin Towers dropped.
Yeah,
it
came out the day the Twin, and I still went and got it. And I listened to it, and I'm listening for the Dynasty. I'm like, this shit's trash. Then I listened to it. That shit's a blueprint.
No, that shit.
It's really a blueprint. Like how to hustle, how to move.
2 weeks ago, I've been playing that shit for the last 2 weeks. Honestly.
Yeah, you don't respect it until you get older.
Yeah, real shit. It had to grow on me, and then I realized it wasn't the Dynasty. I'm looking for listening for. That's why I said it's a vibe thing. You know what I mean, because the Dynasty was something totally different.
And the production was crazy, like Kanye and Just Blaze.
And it was different.
Yeah, Kanye was all over that joint.
Yeah, that was Blueprint 2 was doodle to me. I don't really fuck with that.
It wasn't shit on that.
It could have been. It didn't have to be a double. It could have been one CD. You feel me?
Yeah.
What about the Black Album?
That was a classic.
That's a classic.
Yeah.
I had the Black Album phone.
Oh, well, I remember that.
I remember that. I remember when they dropped it.
Yeah.
That's crazy. I remember goofy shit.
Right.
The
Black
album was
crazy.
built into the phone. It was like a regular cell phone, but it was built into the phone. The whole album.
Me and Ike had, that was a rough year for me and Ike, and that's all we had in the whip. We was bumping the Black Album the whole time. That shit was crazy. I still remember that shit.
Times.
That's all we had in the
Black
car.
Album.
The Blueprint
3. Blueprint 3. I didn't really fuck with that either.
I didn't at all. I can't even tell you a track on it, which is sad.
Didn't I have Lost One? It had Lost One on there.
Oh shit! Okay, I did.
I mean, it had a couple Jones. It just
did my homework.
One.
Yeah, Blueprint 3 wasn't that good.
I didn't like Magna Carta either.
I liked a few joints on it, but I ain't really like it as a whole.
I felt it was like mad Illuminati sounding. It was I don't know. Gave me nightmares and shit. It was weird.
So we go with, what about 444? Is that a classic?
It's close to me.
Bro, I think that's it.
All right, I respect that.
It's dope though. It might not be a classic, but it's dope.
Yeah, he would have a couple hot tracks and then the rest just be fillers.
What about American Gangster?
That was dope.
Love that.
I love that.
I think that's a classic.
That's a classic.
I
think it is.
That's
a lot of people say that. Me personally,
I thought it was when it came out.
And
it came out when I first came home. When I first came home upstate, it came out, and I thought it was a classic.
And listen, when it came out, right, I was sitting in a barber shop down the city, and these old heads was talking about it, and they said something that made sense, that really showed like who Hove was. And they was like, he literally had Lil Wayne on the hook. I'm from Brooklyn, knowing that he's nowhere from near New York. And he was like, just how Hove was able to have him do that. They was like, it just shows like the superiority he has over everybody.
I can dig it.
Yeah, I could dig it.
It kind of made sense to me because, like, you know, most people ain't going to do that. Like, it's kind of like, I don't know. Are you going to get on a track, Fitz, and saying that you're from Norristown?
Nah, probably not. But I get it. You could kind of get away with that, though. I don't think that's as big as what people make it to be.
If Hove asked you to, was you doing it?
Yeah, it's like y'all both two of the biggest niggas in the game. It's like y'all just jumping on the track together. But I don't know. I'm sure that joke was dope.
It was ill how he spit the movie too. Like it was really still about the movie too.
Yeah. They kept the narrative the same.
Yeah.
You know what else I like too? The Streets is Watching movie.
Oh, I fuck with that. Yeah, I remember Monica. I remember back in the day, you always used to get me to play Friend or Foe all the time.
I like that. And I liked how he did the whole video with
missing one. Yeah, you missed one. Despite how you might feel about the other ball, the best of both worlds, the first John.
Yeah, you can't even fraud that shit.
There was a couple bangers on there.
There was a couple.
There was some hits on there. There was some bangers, but is it a classic?
I would put it as a classic.
I'd have to go back and listen to everything. I would have to.
All right, I got a question.
I definitely would have to. I'd have to revisit that joint. And you know what I mean?
Would you say? Would you say Hove completely like showed his ass on Reservoir Dogs?
Yeah.
Hell yeah.
I said, do you feel like Hove completely showed his ass on Reservoir Dogs? Like
he had the hottest.
Not only did he have the hottest, but like it was. I almost felt like nobody was really keeping up.
Nah, they weren't
on that.
On what?
Reservoir Dogs was Locks, DMX, and Jay-Z, right?
Yeah.
Who else was on it?
Yeah,
I feel like Bleak was Bleak on it. Maybe
remember.
I thought Beans was on that.
Yeah,
Beans is on that John.
Yeah, Beans.
That's his first John.
Yeah, I had that on the when I bought Volume 2. It came with a bonus CD and it had Crew Love and Reservoir Dogs on that.
It had Reservoir Dogs on it. It did. Yeah.
With Beans.
Ike had that same joint. I know what you're talking about because Ike
had it. I still got that shit somewhere.
Is that the joint where he says "pop up in Atlanta"?
Yeah.
Yeah, you know,
exactly.
This joint.
You know how we do, baby. It's a beautiful thing. You about to take.
I'll play it, but this isn't what I'm talking about. I got it mixed up. I'm talking about the joint with just Hove, Kiss, Styles, and DMX.
That was my.
Oh, that's Blackout.
Blackout. Yeah, you're right.
Yeah, he snapped on Blackout. Hove?
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's what I was talking about. Let me play that.
That's on the DMX album. On the second
he spazzed on Reservoir Dogs too.
He does, but I feel like Blackout is like ridiculous.
I love that beat too. That Blackout beat.
Yeah, this is ridiculous.
This is it right here, baby. Yeah.
I think it's debatable him or X.
Yeah, X had a crazy verse on that. But I think Jay's verse was better.
Yeah, I think he stood out.
Right? X goes hard all the time, man.
But X, you get that with every verse, damn near.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
He don't take a lot of verses off.
Hove was different back then, man. He was. That's
I only know one time, honestly, somebody got Hove. Y'all tell me if I'm wrong. On the Swagger Like Us remix, I think Tip got everybody.
I'd have to hear that.
I hear you.
I don't know.
He said, what did he say? Absolutely legendary, living there. Gangsta shit hereditary. Whatever the fuck he was saying, he fucked that one up.
Yeah, he did fuck that up though. I remember that.
I think he got over, and Kanye and Wayne.
Remember when Hove used to rap fast? I can't get with that.
Yeah.
He had a whole different style back then.
He rapped like Daz Effects.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
He said bum stickity bum.
Or like fish Fushnikins. He rapped like Fushnikins and Dodge Effects back then.
There you go.
Check it a J, check it a A, check it a Y, Z.
Yo, if y'all don't mind, I'm about to eat this black bean burger. See how it is.
Let us know, Core.
Just give y'all the courtesy because I'm eating on air because I'm hungry as shit.
Talk about Big Pun getting a street named after him. I don't know if y'all are familiar with like Fordham, East Fordham in the Bronx. But they got Big Pun Plaza. I think that was as of Monday. So that was dope. I don't know about y'all, but Pun's in my top 5 like that are alive. So it was nice to see that.
Nah, that's dope. You know what I mean? That he got his own little Big Pun Plaza, right? Just a little road or whatever, but
yeah,
he deserves that. Definitely.
If you're familiar with
it's East overdue, I think.
It's like, yeah. But yeah, I thought that was dope.
I almost got on a song with his son. His son was supposed to be on Rap Man. Yeah, his son was actually going to be on Rap Man, but I ain't really feel like paying the bread. So it never happened. But yeah.
He's good too, though.
Nah, his son's dope. His son's real dope.
You should have got him on.
Definitely.
I mean, it just didn't happen. The money really wasn't there. I'd have been kind of stretching money if I would have did it. Shout out to Costco. They got the dope black bean burgers on sale.
We ain't shouting out Costco.
All right. Whatever. Just because you shop at Giant. You know what I mean?
I do both, actually.
You got to talk about my grocery store. You know what I'm saying?
I go to both.
Oh, well, you doing the right thing.
I think we should start a segment. I was thinking about this, that each week we should get a guest on just for 5 minutes, and we should do a random ketchup bottle check and make them go to the fridge and show us the cap and see if it's dirty.
I'm here for it.
There's a couple dirty ketchup bottles in this room right now.
I know there is. Is that the pre-cum?
Yeah.
Pre-cum in the ketchup bottle? Who posted that? Birdy, was that you?
I think, yeah. Yo, if somebody make a sandwich and I see that shit, I'm not eating that shit.
Yeah, I won't use their ketchup bottle if it's like that.
You gotta shake that shit up. You know that water settle at the top.
Yeah, that shit squirts out. It squirts out the juice.
Oh yeah, it's like water.
Yeah. Ah, come on, man.
That shit ain't thorough. You can't be making nobody no sandwich with this shit all fucked up.
Yeah, fuck the whole mix up.
It's gotta be clean.
That ketchup is like 3 weeks old.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. If the top of the ketchup bottle is dirty, I'm not using
ketchup
it either.
From like 3 weeks ago when you cracked that bottle.
Yeah, it's hard and
condiment bottles though. Let's remember that.
And all you gotta do is take a napkin and wipe that shit off every now and then. You'll be all right.
Yeah.
What if you over a bad chick's house? You really trying to holler at her. Her whole kitchen is just dirty, and she's trying to feed you.
I'm out.
I had that experience with
I
a guy.
think everybody been there at one point in their life.
Yeah,
right? Absolutely.
Nah, I don't know. I mean,
your ketchup bottle was crusty somewhere along the way.
No, I'm not talking about that. I thought he was talking about as far as being at someone's house and it be dirty as hell. They kitchen and they trying to feed you.
Yeah.
Oh, fuck that. I can't.
You ain't never been in that situation, Craig? You ain't never ate a dirty ass meal out of somebody's fridge?
Nah, because listen, I don't play that shit, and I'm gonna cut. And of course, we don't.
What else we got this week? What was that topic you posted? I loved it. I thought it was dope on Facebook this week.
Something. On Facebook you're talking about. I thought you were talking about something else.
No, I think it was Facebook. I'm pretty sure.
No, because the other topic I thought I was thinking of because I I like that topic, but that's why
How
I jumped
high
to that.
are you? Hi, how are you?
No, because it's two different things. He didn't say Facebook at first when I thought what he was talking about, but you're talking about.
That's a great story, Crack.
Right, great, thanks, Gal. Unsupportive friends are haters.
Perfect time.
Yeah, I like that. I like that topic. Personally.
Well, let's talk about it.
And there's a few different angles to look at that. That's why I like it. We got a few guests on here that I think could touch on it. You know what I'm
we
saying?
just got one guest now. Everyone else rolled out.
All right, well, that's good. Birdy's still here, so we're going to talk about it.
I think if you
I'm just saying, it's getting late. With that, John ran a little late. We started late. Absolutely.
I think.
What do you feel, Crack? When you said it, what do you like? What are you referring to? And then I'll tell you how I see it.
Well,
we can just build off it.
Well, this was the thing, right? I posted it as I was saying it because I noticed, like, if you put up there, what do you think about this? Then people, I don't know. It just sometimes I feel like it gets a little out of hand. So I just posted it as I was saying it just to see their responses. I actually seen someone else post it on Instagram. So I took it off of Instagram and put it up there. I don't feel that way about every situation. I feel like it's different situations for each one. Like for music, my thing is that if we went in just the average person's phone and looked at their, whatever you want to call it, analytics, statistics, I'm not sure the word, but at the end of the week, I guarantee you everybody has at least 15, 20 hours of time on social media.
Yeah.
I'd say that's probably accurate. Yeah, definitely.
Add it up.
And it might be more than that. Who knows? But that sounds like a pretty decent number.
So my thing is within 20 hours out the week, and I'm referring to music. If 20 hours out the week you're on social media and you haven't shared or commented on nothing I put up music wise, I feel like that's like something that's way too easy for you not to do. So I feel like if you're not doing that, you're not necessarily hating as far as like, no, that's nutty, like that shit corny, this and that. You're hating in the aspect of that you're looking at it just like, I ain't got time to do it. And it's literally a click. So I feel like in that aspect, you're hating as far as like.
What if they watch it and they listen to it? Say,
don't like the music. You know?
Say that again.
I said, what if like they're someone, whoever, they're not hating, but they just don't like the music?
Yeah, what if it's your friend or somebody you may talk to on Facebook? You may even see in real life, but let's say they really don't fuck with the music. On some real shit, but they don't know how to maybe tell you that.
That's
so they kind of support to your face, but like behind the scenes are not really listening to nothing or whatever.
That's different. I'm talking about as far as someone that you're cool with, your homies or whatever, that listen to the music, that want the music because they ask when you do new stuff or something like that. Mm-hmm. Or like, when are you doing this or when are you doing that? Which, of course they're curious about it, they want to hear it, but then when it comes time to just share something or something like that, it like never gets done. And if you're literally scroll past my post, maybe it takes 3 seconds to click share and then click post.
Like watch, subscribe, like I do the podcast when I share. Nobody likes it. Nobody shares it.
No, they don't. But is that an accurate
would you call that not
measuring stick of?
Yeah, I don't
if
think
they really like it.
I could care less. I'm just letting them know. I mean, they're still watching. There might not be any shares, but there's some views on that motherfucker.
That's what I was saying. I wonder what, like Corey was saying, as far as like what measuring stick we're using as support.
Because I know this. Look, I look at it like this. I always look for new music. I find a lot of new music. You know what I mean? Especially at work, I ask for new music. Yo, what you listening to? Because I want to know what people are listening to. If I think we have similar taste in music, I'm going to ask what you listening to or whatever. I'm going to listen. If you post something, if Crack posts something, I'm looking. All right, what is this? I might not have heard it. You sent me that Hollow Man John where he's in the car.
Oh, yeah.
That John, crazy.
Yeah.
Like shit like that. Like I love shit like that. But
yeah, that's ridiculous.
I don't think people know, like, I listen to they shit, but let's say Joey Baggs from he from out here. He was on the Cypher, but it's the one episode.
Mm-hmm.
He don't know, but every time he drops something or his man drops something, I always listen to it. Right. And sometimes I play it a few times. You know what I mean?
Do they have to know you're listening to it?
Sometimes they don't know. So I think sometimes motherfucker might be bumping your shit without you knowing. And that was the angle I was going to kind of counteract with. Because sometimes you don't know if a nigga's supporting or not. He might not share nothing, but again, sometimes I know what you mean, Crack, because sometimes I look at it like, damn, I look for certain people to share
what
shit
I'm
too.
saying is, I'm talking about, that's why I'm saying, though, I don't look at it as if they are or they aren't as far as a whole. I'm saying if they fit just what I said as far as just that that they, they like the music and stuff like that, that every time it's motherfucking Meek Mill's birthday, they copy and paste a picture and write happy birthday and shit like that. I'm saying if you fit every one of this criteria, then yes, I believe that to be true, that you're a hater, that if you don't help me.
I feel like if you could support somebody that already made it, why not support the people that's climbing up too, especially if you know them, you grew up with them. Like, just, share their shit real quick.
Mm-hmm.
But then you have a lot of people
like share everyone.
Again, Crack, you right in a lot of sense too, because there is a lot of people. I think when Sewell just jumped on, he referred to it just now. There is a lot of people that just see, might see you getting a little traction with the music and they start hating a little bit for whatever reason. They have their own reasons, and that's not nobody. That's they shit. You feel what I'm saying? But it's for whatever reason, it may intimidate them. It may make them look smaller. Whatever. I don't know how people measure, or validate themselves. Yeah. But it's not always. I feel the same way. Sometimes I feel the same way. Like, damn, I feel like friends should be super supportive, but maybe I don't know.
And that's the thing too. Like, what do you look at support as?
Right.
So what's your measuring stick for support? So we could really go anywhere, but I'm going to just give you an example. Like, I've told all of you this before. My mom died, right? I didn't feel I got much support from a lot of people that I thought, a lot of my family and things like that. So, but then does that mean that they're haters or does it just mean that maybe I just can't expect support from that person because they don't have it to give?
Well, I think it's two different supports. You're talking about as far as like emotional, support system for something that we're talking about like someone who either.
Well, yeah, I was kind of branching off, but to go back what you were saying, like, do you think if you make a statement like if your friends don't share your music, do you necessarily think it's the hating? Does it have to be hating, or do they maybe just don't share it?
No, and that's why I said I don't agree with every aspect. If a specific criteria, if they like are those people, then absolutely I believe it. But I mean, yeah, I'm sure there's plenty of people that aren't hating or nothing, but go past it and don't share it,
right.
Stuff like that.
I think if you're an artist yourself and you make music and you're not sharing other artists from your town, I think that's a form of hating.
Yeah, that's corny.
And you know what?
Exactly.
You're right.
Exactly. That is.
You're right. Corny. And you know what? I felt bad because I ain't even share Scheme's video. Now that I think about it, I don't think I even shared it.
I shared Scheme's
but
video.
Sometimes you don't think.
But listen, but to say this though, not to hate on Scheme. Like I'm probably gonna do it now because I remembered you know what I'm saying? But it's why I don't know.
Right, so that's an example.
Sometimes it don't happen.
You like him, you like his music, right? You didn't share it, but it was because you're hating on him.
But I'll probably watch this video 4 or 5 times at least.
Okay.
So 4 or 5 of them.
Have you not shared it because you're hating on him though, is what I'm asking?
Nah, not at all.
Okay.
So I think sometimes it could be misinterpreted, but I think sometimes it's valid. Sometimes certain niggas you feel like should support in whatever ways. It could be different ways you feel like they should be supported, but they're not. And those feelings is definitely valid. Like you can't, that happens.
And like I said, I don't know what I was saying too, like with the different situation, like sometimes we have to look at our expectations that we have of people, friends, family, or whoever it is. And it's like, yeah, maybe we would love support in a lot of areas, but some people we just can't. It's almost just like you might as well just not expect it because you're going to be disappointed.
Right.
And I think with music, it's a form of art. So I may love you as a person, Crack, but let's say I just don't like your music. And that's valid. Like some people might be in that boat, and maybe you don't think they in that boat, but maybe they don't know how to tell you they in that boat.
You keep going back to this. I'm saying that criteria is the only reason I feel like that. Besides that is not my thoughts. I just copied the quote to see what people would say.
No, I know.
My personal thoughts.
I'm just saying it as an example.
Well, we're using your post as a topic. So we're kind of just like branching off ways to look at it.
No, I understand that. But what I'm saying, because he said, as far as you can see this, what I'm saying is if they only meet that criteria, that's the only way I look at it, is if they're actually hating. I'm not saying everybody that doesn't share that is my friend is like that. No. Yeah. But if they meet these other things like sharing everyone famous birthday and this and that, and got time to do all that. But then when I say something, they like, no, I didn't have the time, or I seen it, but I was ready to do something else. Shit like that. Like, I feel like that's a little shit like that.
I think people get it.
A lot of times you never get support from your hometown.
Yeah, that's absolutely.
I was gonna say, because when like Foundation first started doing their thing, nobody believed in them. I felt like that, and I always took it personally because, I was riding around banging, 9/11 and just, old, the older shit to everybody had, I'm not gonna mention any names, but there were people that are like, I still feel the same way, like never really supported it, or like, oh, they sound too much like Wu-Tang, I'm not listening to them. There was always something. I'm like, damn, like these are your people from Phoenixville. And then when you guys started doing like, merge with LCOB or whatever and started doing your thing, I seen motherfuckers start coming around like a little bit more, because it's like, oh, well, they're doing a little something. So now I'm going to show a little bit of support, or, you know what I mean, jump on that bandwagon. But as Birdy was saying, and to my point, like you really don't get a lot of love from your hometown. And that, it's cool.
A lot of
like that.
A lot of people believe sometimes you got to leave your hometown to blow.
You got to.
A lot of artists do it. Lil Uzi Vert went down to Atlanta. A lot of people go to Atlanta, go to LA. Rock Marcy, shout out to LA and start buzzing crazy. Like sometimes it's just moving to a new little space and getting busy. You know what I'm saying?
It's harder because Phoenixville is a small town.
Right.
Yeah.
Phoenixville, first thing people think Arizona.
Right.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So it's hard.
I tell niggas I'm from Phoenixville all the time, and they'll be like, "Oh, you from Phoenix? Where at in Phoenix?" I'll be like, "Nigga, Phoenixville." I ain't from Phoenix. Just so happened that I moved to Phoenix, so
it was just crazy because it's
Now it's the name of the podcast.
I feel the same way. I feel like now that I'm out of town, it's almost like you get a breath of fresh air.
Mm-hmm.
It is.
Where it's like you ain't got the same weirdos looking at you like you was the same nigga you was maybe 10 years ago or 20 years ago. Some people just want to see you the way they remember you from high school or something. Like it's goofy shit. All right, man, that's the little clown nigga that was in school. Fuck that nigga. And they're like, that's how they think. Sometimes people just dismiss certain shit. So, but it's whatever. It's not. Listen, Phoenixville ain't gonna make us rich. So
then you got people from your hometown that love you and support you. You know what I mean, to the end, and that.
Absolutely. You just take the ones. Listen, I think we talked about it. It was one of the quotes on one of our shows. Maya Angelou has a famous quote that says, when someone shows you who they are, believe them the first time.
Absolutely.
So you ain't even got to walk down that road 1,000 times. You see somebody being unsupportive, or if you feel that way, then your feelings is valid in any way, shape, or form. Fuck him. Then just move on without him.
Yeah.
And it sucks because some people you don't want to move on without. Sometimes you like, damn, this nigga's supposed to be here with me, or this chick's supposed to be here with me, or whatever. But it don't always work out that way.
It's not always like that, and there's a reason.
It goes back to the cheating, Joan. You know what I'm saying? When like, your mate might have cheated on you, and now it's like, yo, I gotta move on.
And I think it goes back to what your expectations are of people too.
Yeah, it just goes back. If people ain't meeting your moral standards of what you need from them maybe at that time, then sometimes you got to move on from them. And it sucks. Sometimes it's hard decisions you got to make, but it's either make them or maybe you hold yourself up in the process. You know what I mean? Trying to wait for somebody or trying to do this, that, and the third. So
I'm about as high as my expectations right now. I'll tell you that.
Right. Definitely. What's up with the topic? We got one more or no?
Well, I told you guys, remember I had a brief conversation with Santana Fox. She's Prodigy of Mobb Deep's daughter.
I see. Did you post a video on the chat?
Yes, I did.
I did see the video. I didn't watch it yet, but I did see it on there like right before we jumped on. So I'm gonna check it out tonight.
And I wanted you to. I also posted, on HNIC the song "Trials of Love." The female rapper on there is her mom. I believe she goes by Miss Bars or BK. But I think, and that's why I added Monica in it, because that verse was like one of the hottest verses in my opinion, like just from a female going through a breakup. Like she just rocked that shit. But anyway, Santana Fox is their daughter. She's putting out music. She's young girl. I like her vibe. She's just on some next level, like chill shit. She's like 22, but she's not like doing that kind of music that we're used to hearing right now, which all kind of sounds the same. She's on a whole other level. So check her out at Santana Fox. Again, that's Prodigy's daughter. She released a video. It's called The Chase, featuring Boldy Jones.
Boldy James.
Boldy James, my bad.
Yeah. Boldy James is dope. He's on. He fucked with Griselda and shit. That's Alchemist. One of Alchemist's artists.
Yes.
He's a beast.
I believe she's done some work with the Alchemist too. Respectfully.
Yeah, if she's Prodigy's daughter, she probably did.
Yes, and she's like on some like she's woke, like for a young girl. Just her energy and her vibe is mad crazy. So but yeah, I had it was her birthday the other day. So I shared it and I was just like, happy birthday shout out to the late great Prodigy's daughter. And she hit me back and then she started following me. And I was like, you made my day. And then I explained to her how much of an influence, her father had on myself and my friends as far as, music and just hip hop. He was, one of the greatest in my opinion. So that was just a tidbit was, social media is really something, and it's just crazy how things come full circle. I would have never imagined back in the day that I would, have a conversation with Prodigy's daughter.
Yeah,
but
no
respect
doubt.
her and everything that she's doing, because she's doing things. I wouldn't be surprised if we see her kind of blow within the next, couple of years or so.
That's dope.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's real dope. Absolutely. What y'all think about the Ray and Ghost verses?
I thought that was dope. Real dope.
I woke up the next day like I was out the night before. Did you know I had like some wine, smoking, but I had it on like my Bluetooth speaker, so that shit's knocking all night long. And I woke up the next morning, I'm like, yeah, it was like I was like out at a show.
I was so mad because my girl texted. I totally forgot about it. I worked Saturday night, so
okay.
She texted me. She said, "You missed the Ray and Ghost verses." I was just, I looked at my phone, almost threw that joint across the whole room. I was like, damn. But I caught it. I caught like half of it when I got home. I caught the rest of it like the next day. So, yeah, that joint was dope. I think it was the best one, but I'm probably a little biased. But
yeah, me too. And I like that they brought the other members on too. I thought that was
Cap
dope.
was there. Shout out to Cap. We did a track with Cap.
Inspector Deck, Master Killer was there. RZA.
Yeah. RZA came through.
Like Camp Low, Lucchini. So you heard that 90s hip hop in the mix too, and they played some Mobb Deep stuff. I'm like, yeah, it was just like.
Yeah, it was fire. And you could tell it's just a celebration of good music at the end of the day. So.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
What's the next one? I know 420 is Meth and Red, but isn't
they're talking about. I just seen today on, I think it was Instagram, Isley Brothers versus Earth, Wind, and Fire.
Yeah. Oh shit!
I'm going.
That's going to be crazy. Like,
yes,
Isley
that's
Brothers.
Just next level right there. Like I gotta watch that and study that.
Yeah, that's going to be dope.
That's a stud. That's called a study guide right there.
Yeah.
Because there's gonna be one or two songs in there you wasn't too familiar with that you're gonna be like, oh shit, I gotta go check this out.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's
like the fact that we like to go to shows and we're not able to now. I think it's really dope of the artists to be doing these things.
Yeah.
Crack, you better get ready because when shit open up, I'm gonna start throwing shows, and I'm gonna fly your ass the fuck out here to do these joints with me. I'm dead ass. I'm not playing. It'll be on the budget. Yeah, you're gonna be coach, nigga. You ain't first class, nigga. You can bump your own ticket up to first class, but that's gonna be your dollar, my nigga.
Crack gonna be like, can I get a window seat?
Yeah, I'm gonna get you the window seat. I ain't gonna have you on nothing less than a window, but yeah, it's gonna be
a window.
Nah, I gotta give him the window because I know me. When I don't be at the window seat, yo, I'll be sick.
That don't bother me too much.
I like to film and shit, so I film like the cloud above the clouds.
Yeah, above the clouds, holding it down.
Sometimes you get the best, like, that shit just look crazy. I need to take my real camera on there with me and get some real good shots of the shit.
I thought Monica got up left.
Well, listen, y'all good? We gonna end this off?
Yeah, I think we had a good one. Birdy, thank you so much for joining us, though. That's what's up. Appreciate
Absolutely. It. Listen, I was trying to get you on a while ago, but it's, you know what I'm saying? We just couldn't figure it out. But yeah, thank you so much for joining us, homie.
It happened when it was supposed to. Appreciate y'all.
Absolutely. No doubt.
Where y'all go? Yo, I love how y'all do the feelings check-in with each other. And I feel like y'all was doing it before the show. And like I yo.
Nah, that's kind of the conversations that me, Monica, and Kelly would always have. We would always just listen. We wouldn't call each other on no bullshit, but if we was going through something, we got a call. You know what I mean? So once a week, you was getting a phone call from Kelly or Monica with some real shit that you got to address, you know, as friends and shit. So
it's important. Man.
Yeah, that's the basis of this whole joint. You know what I mean? And they Crack, Ike, of course, they fit the bill, so they slid in too, and Crack kind of been with us from the start. So
right,
definitely.
He just got his way in. Now he's stuck. Can't get him out. He weaseled his way in.
Crack's in there like swimwear. We got a banger. We got a banger for these niggas, I think.
Yeah.
When we get these mixed, we get them mix and master. I'm telling you, we got 5 or 6 bangers.
You guys did a really good job. I'm proud of you both. Yeah. Especially you, Young Joseph.
Young Joseph, thank you.
You're welcome.
Why do we call him Young Joe? He ain't that much younger.
I am.
He always says he's younger, so we call him Young Joseph.
I just turned 38. How old are you?
I'm 33.
Yeah, you are a little younger. My fault, nigga. So hold on. You my baby mom's age.
Yeah, around there.
Not around there, nigga. You about my baby mom's age, right?
I think she's
not around there. You age long with her.
What year was you born?
87.
Oh, all right. Yeah, you were a couple years, I think, older.
Y'all was born in 80 what?
3.
83.
I was born in 83. Yeah.
It's a like musically generate. It's a gap right there. Like we on like the border of like, you know what I mean, the Roots era coming into the Biggie era, the Locks era.
Yeah.
That's why I think a couple episodes ago, Crack was like, yo, like I really didn't get into the Wu-Tang era. I came up with, like the Locks and shit.
Yeah.
And that's understandable because the Wu era was like my era. So he way younger.
We came up on Locks and Beans and all them.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's why I be trying to tell you I'm Young Joseph.
That's why
all right, well, Young Joseph. That's gonna have to be on your album. Give Young Joseph some head. We got to put that on your album somewhere. We got to tuck that in there somewhere. That shit, man, funny. And it's a Phoenixville joke, so it works.
Shout out to Joe Kovac.
If 3 niggas get that shit, it's worth it. Like that shit'd be mad funny.
Yeah.
Give Young Joseph some head.
Give Young Joseph some head.
Oh my God.
He said, this is the best head this side of the Mississippi. I said, oh, hey, how the fuck you know? You weird ass nigga.
Whoever does the editing, please take that out.
Yeah, we will. That's
all that's coming out.
We will.
But yo, it was a good episode. We definitely ain't gonna show the beginning. We just gonna rock out after that. And I think we got a nice little episode. It's gonna be a short one, but we've been rocking out. Plus,
we got plenty of footage to make episodes.
No, we definitely do. We gotta figure out how we gonna proceed with the episode.
I just want to explain something to you, right? Because Ike was here earlier, so
where the fuck is Ike at?
I don't know. But listen,
this nigga really, did you see what he said on the messenger though? He said, "Y'all have a good night."
Yeah.
Yes. I was like, okay.
Because you told him he's going to be suspended, so I'll take mine tonight then.
I was fucking with him. Like, what the hell? How are you going to take me serious? Like,
but no, the last 2 weeks, right, is when I left and went upstairs early. So the thing was running all night long. So I ended up having like 16, 18 hours of footage. So what happened
just
was
nothing.
Yeah, what happened was Magix only allows you to upload 8 hours. So I couldn't figure out how to get the fucking footage in there to edit it. Literally, Ike was sitting here with me earlier. We were still trying, Googling and everything. I finally figured it out like 2 o'clock this afternoon.
Oh, all right. Well,
all because
if you want, listen,
I got 18 hours on one joint because I just left it go all night and I forgot. I came downstairs.
Listen, you got 2 joints. Send me one. I'll edit one. You edit one.
All right.
And then you can send me this and I'll edit this.
I mean, you could probably use this for stuff from there. I mean, to add to it.
We might have a whole episode here. I think we do.
I think this is a good one. This is
I don't think we do. It was mostly the music. I don't think you realize how late we went with that.
Excuse me.
There's an episode in there, young Joseph.
Well, I guess we'll see. You can't teach an old dog new tricks.
Very true. It's a very tough thing to do. I was in the dog training program upstate. I told a couple old dogs a few new tricks though, because I'm a beast. But
Gideon, Abby.
Gideon was a puppy. Abby was a little older.
I told Abby something.
All right. Are we wrapping this up so I can end it?
Yeah, we out. All right, y'all. Peace.
All right, y'all. Peace.
Good looking, Bird. Thank you.
Thank you for coming on.